Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a look at race number 8 at Aqueduct, one of 4 stakes races on the card. It is the $100,000 Key Sense Stakes for 2-year-old fillies. You can bet the race. You can bet this nice card with a DRF Bets account. Head on over to bets.drf.com, sign up, receive a 300% deposit match. This is a full field. Let's meet these 2-year-old fillies getting set to go 6 furlongs at the Big A. Again, $100,000 is the purse. Mike, let's begin with horses that raced in the Maid of the Mist Stakes at Belmont on October the 20th. The winner of that race was Surge of Pride, and it looked like that race might have gone to closers, but I like what Surge of Pride did. She saved ground down towards the inside, very professional for a lightly raced filly, had to alter course all the way off heels to the outside, and then once produced with a run, she gave a good strong one. I thought it was a nice performance for Surge of Pride. Now, I'm not worried about the cutback in distance.
Yeah, I agree with all that stuff. I mean, she had run well in her first 2 career starts sprinting on the turf, but she has a lot of dirt in her pedigree on the dam side, and she really took to the main track, and that made her the miss. I agree with everything you said about her effort there. I thought she ran a really good race that day. I don't care that much about the 10th last time. I mean, it's not like she ran a super good race there, but that race came back very fast. So I'm not going to hold that race against her. She's back in with New York Reds here. I think the cutback is okay for her. To me, just about from any angle, she is the horse to beat in this race.
Let's talk about the runner-up in the Maid of the Mist. Down towards the inside is the number 1 Elegant Zip, and this is another filly that's done good work sprinting. Give me your opinion of her effort in the Maid of the Mist behind Surge of Pride. Any major excuse?
No, I don't think she had a major excuse, but I do think she ran well in that race. And I think she particularly ran well when you consider that she kept close to that pace. The pace was pretty solid. And I just, when I watch her run, Dan, I'm not sure how far she wants to go. I think she did pretty well going a mile last time. I think it might be a little far for her, at least at this stage of the game. I think she's an easy horse to make excuses for her last 2 races. If you consider the mile last time, she did not have a good triple ride. I didn't think 2 starts back in the Gimma. And her first 2 starts are good. I think there's a lot to like about this horse.
If you're looking for a horse that was up close to the pace in the Maid of the Mist, look no farther than the number 6 Kept True, coming off of a debut win for Leah Giarmati. She was riding up on the pace that day, made the lead in the stretch, and of the pace horses, finished best of them all. And when you consider this pedigree, Mike, yes, it's true filly out of a Henny Hughes mare, the cutback in distance shouldn't be an issue as well. She could be close to the pace yet again, despite the turnback.
Yeah, she ran really well considering it was just her second start last time and stretching out to a mile. No real match for the 1-2 finishers at the end in there, but as you say, she was contesting the pace most of the way. She ran really well in there. She was in main track only when she won her debut, but Leah Giarmati, just a very underrated trainer overall, very underrated with her first-time starters. This horse has run well in both of her starts. She's another contender in this race.
The 10 Maiden Beauty going out for the Hot Contessa barn, already a stakes winner. That was in her career debut in the $100,000 Lynbrook sprinting. In the Maid of the Mist, you got a trouble line, rated, checked, closed. Do you think that trouble really affected her?
I didn't. She was one of the horses off the pace in there. And yes, Joel Rosario elected to stay in for the stretch, but ultimately that worked out for her. Things opened up and she rallied at the end, but she was really no match and no threat to those horses. She was one of the horses. I know that she's a contender, Dan. I wonder if she's not quite as good as some of the other horses we already talked about, though.
Sadie Lady didn't fire in the Maid of the Mist off a gate-to-wire winner in her career debut. Interesting that Arnaud Delacour takes a shot. I mean, this is a very smart trainer. Maybe he feels that Sadie Lady needs a shorter distance. She's got to improve on a speed figure standpoint.
He could just be thinking that she just wants to sprint, and there's really no reason for them not to take another shot in a race like this. But she's another one, Dan. I wonder if she's quite good enough. She's not fast on paper. She won first time out. She had good speed that day, but you can go back and watch the replay of that race and think she got a little lucky to win there. She shut off that runner up in there, Forever Change, coming through on her inside. Otherwise, she might have been second in her debut as well.
Speed figure metrics kind of point to the number 4 Saloon Girl, 79 Beyer last time out, 99 time form US rating. She showed really good speed that day and was never threatened. Not sure about the competition she was facing, though. It was an off-the-turf race, but she's going to show some speed yet again. She's by Travers winner Alpha.
Yeah, it's true. We'll see what happens. I can go either way on her. I know the figure says she's going to be tough in here. I kind of want to see it again. She got just loose on the lead against a bunch of turf horses last time. Her debut was nothing special, though she did get bet in her debut, so it makes me think that they think highly of her. Wesley Ward very quietly sending out some live horses at Aqueduct so far.
Let's throw up the Timeform U.S. pace projector for this race. We know Saloon Girl's going to be up close. We could take that Red Bar fast pace with a grain of salt. With these 2-year-olds in a big field, you would kind of expect that Red Bar to be up there. I think the pace will be fair to fast, maybe not blazing. The 11 Collegeville Girl might very well be the key to this race, though, Mike. Very impressive, I thought, in her career debut at Saratoga way back on July the 25th, just showing good speed that day. She took a lot of early money before drifting. That race has produced a couple of next out winners, but then she was a vet scratch on August the 24th and disappeared for over almost 3 months.
Yeah, that's the real question, is what you're going to get from her having not raced since the end of July, because you're right, her debut was a really nice performance, and she had a lot of speed that day, and she earned a figure of 74 as a 2-year-old in July. It suggests that if she comes back and everything's okay with her, she might be really tough to beat in this race. I found it hard to fully trust her in this race, Dan, but I don't see how I could play this race and not use her somewhere, because she just might be the best horse in the race.
The 3 Sassy Agnes, pace pressing winner in her last 2, both stakes races, both at Finger Lakes. We see she is 3rd on the Timeform U.S. pace projector. Thought she had a really nice trip and setup last time out at Finger Lakes. There wasn't a lot of pace going on. She was up close, and then she spurted clear. It was a nice performance. This filly's gotten a confidence boost, but this is a tough spot from a pace and class standpoint.
Yeah, I agree with all that stuff. I mean, she's a 2-time stakes winner, but it does feel like she's stepping up in class for this. She's just facing some better horses. Linda Rice has done a good job finding spots for her. Always want to take Linda Rice's horses seriously when she's keeping them in stakes company, but I feel like she might be facing a tougher field.
Right inside of Sassy Agnes is the 2 Take Me to Hardoon, who defeated Sassy Agnes in her career debut at Saratoga. I thought, all things considered, a professional effort, and then just throw the Frizette out. It's a Grade 1 race that featured subsequent Breeders' Cup Juvenile filly winner Jade Walk. Interesting that the blinkers come on for Take Me to Hardoon. I wonder if this horse has some price potential, at least on the bottom of single race exotics.
I think she does too. I think if you're looking for, just one of the bigger prices in the race, she's probably the one that you want, because I mean, who knows what she can do in this race? A debut winner at Saratoga. She ran well that day. I'm with you. Throw out the Frizette. She's 15-1 on the line. That seemed like a very fair price on this horse.
Jason Service, such a dangerous trainer, sending out the number 12. She's So Shady. Another filly by Central Banker. I've been very impressed with this young stallion thus far. We take a look at the formulator fact for She's So Shady. Past 2 years on dirt, when Service sends out last out maiden winners, not only is he 13 for 28, but 21 out of 28 on the board with a 355 ROI. This filly was game in her debut over a sloppy track. The fig came back a little bit light, but I wouldn't be surprised if she jumps up in a big way and gets the right setup.
Yeah, I agree with all that. It's funny, too, because Jason Service, as good as he is, he had come into that race with a record with first-time starters in New York that was not good. It felt like they never won. This horse did win. Now, the race wasn't fast. She did not beat a good field, but I liked everything sort of else about what she did in that race. She always traveled in that race. She got herself into position after not breaking that great in that race, and then closed down the favorite at the end of the day there. Sloppy track too, which you didn't have to love. There are things to like about this horse at a price.
Espresso Shot, the number 7, is only 1-for-1 lifetime on dirt. That was a race 2 starts back, which received a credible figure of 71 on the Beyer scale. It wasn't off the turf route, and now she's going to have to sprint against stakes horses. Jorge Abreu seems to like this filly. I mean, he ran her in a graded stake on the turf last time out. I just wonder if turf and routing will ultimately be her MO.
Yeah, I sort of feel that way, too. I know that she got a competitive figure for that dirt race, but I kind of want to see her do it again.
Wait a minute, it's 30-1 on the morning line. Second last time out behind Sassy Agnes. Maybe Sassy Agnes had a little bit better time of it up closer to that moderate pace. I think Wait a Minute has a little bit of ability. I think this is a tough ask.
Yeah, I agree with all that. I mean, she's going to be a big price in this race, so I'm not going to knock her. It's not like she's done anything wrong in her first 2 starts.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Key Sense Stakes. It is race number 8. It's the second leg of the All Stakes Late Pick 4. Might you like Elegant Zip in here? Never off the board for 4 starts for David Donk. How's she going to work on a trip from the rail?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens as far as breaking from the inside goes. It doesn't have to be the end of the world for her. She's got plenty of speed. She should be able to get forward in this race, but she doesn't need to lead. I just really like the cutback for her, Dan. And I think the last 2 races are maybe a little better than they look. I'm not against your top pick, Surge of Pride. I think she's the horse to beat, but I want to bet this horse in this race.
Who'd you use in the pick?
I 1 and 9 are my main 2 horses in here. The 11 and 12 are my backups.
Surge of Pride is going to be my top selection in this race. I like the way she finished in that Maid of the Mist. As Mike said, that was just a tough spot in the Grade 3 Tempted last time out. Foggy, weird race. Would come back really fast. Like her turning back. Think she's going to get a fair pace to rally into. But I have to spread in the pick. I'm going to go 9, 4, 11, and 1 in the $100,000 Key Sense Stakes at Aqueduct. One of 4 stakes races on the card. Bet the nice after Thanksgiving card with a DRF Bets account. Sign up at bets.drf.com. Receive a 300% deposit match. Approximate post time for the Key Sense, 3:20 Eastern. Good luck.